Well, I've been waiting a long time anticipating this video for Lightburn version 4 because I've had the beta version of this for quite some time now. And there's a couple of exciting new features in here that I wanted to explain. And they're in the tools menu. So let's jump up to Lightburn and take a look. So to find out if you have version 4, come way up to the top of the screen right here. And you'll see I have Lightburn 1.4.00. If you don't see that, just click on Help and then come down here to Check for Updates. And if you click on that, you'll see that my version is up to date. So if yours is not, you can download the new version and get on the same page that I'm on here. And I've been waiting to get this video out because of two specific tools. We'll cover some more in a few minutes, but these two specific tools are a lot of fun to use, and I'll make a bet that lots of people have been waiting for these. So let's start off by just taking some text. We'll just do text like that and select it, and we'll put that on a fill layer like so. And then what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to offset this. So I'll come over here to offset and put a nice little border around it, and maybe I'll just move that border off by just a little hair like that to give it a little more depth, and then offset it one more time, something like that. And then I'm going to offset that one more time so that we get a really cool looking word here, text. And I'm not going to spend too much time playing with it. I could move these layers around if I wanted to try and get exactly what I'm looking for, but I think that looks pretty cool right there. So we're going to start with that. Now I'm just going to go ahead and group them together, and here comes the fun part with version 1.4. Under the tools menu down on the bottom, you're going to see two new selections here, warp and deform. One has 4 points, the other one has 16 points. Let's start with the warp and grab the warp like that. Now, if I grab a corner, I can now warp the text in any direction that any of 4 directions. So you can have a lot of fun with this, and you can warp it any way that you want, and you can get some really, really cool effects with this. So let's go ahead and undo everything that we've just done and get back to the beginning. And let's go to the next tool, which is the deform. And this one is where it really gets to be fun because you now have 16 different points that you can warp the text or deform it. And I know lots of people are going to really enjoy this one because this is something that people have been asking for a while, and you know, changing the text like this. And you can not only change it like that, but you can move every single one of these 16 points off to deform that text. Now we wouldn't want to do something like that, but this is really neat because now you can move and get a wave out of the text like so, and bring this up, bring this one out, bring these two out a little bit, and sort of like get a 3D look to the text that you're using. And you know, not only that, but let's say that let's say you wanted to do like a Star Wars, for instance. So let's say you were doing like a saying from Star Wars, and you come in here and you go to the warp selection, and you take and bring this up like that, and bring this one out, bring this one out, and the more you warp it, the more it starts to look like a Star Wars saying. You know, where they have that scrolling across the screen, and you might have below it, you might have something else that like a saying in a smaller font down here on the bottom. But this tool can really be a lot of fun and give you a lot of dimension in your text and your images and things like that. And not only does it work for that, but you can also bring in any image, make them a little bigger, and you can come down here and the selections are still here. So you can warp images and you can warp text. So whatever it is that you're working with is warpable. And I really think that these two tools alone had me really excited, and I wanted to I wanted to announce them in the last couple of videos that I've done, but you know, I'm in the beta program, so I'm not at liberty to do that. But I think that these two tools are going to be just so much fun for everybody. And not only, that is not the only thing that has changed. If we come to the Lightburn website and we take a look here, you'll see there's lots of stuff. And this was originally designed, this warping software, for the galvo lasers. And, you know, there is just so much that's gone on here. Repeat marking for galvos. You can now open a new window in Lightburn by going File, New Window. And some people have a problem when they double click the icon on their desktop. If they want to start another instance of Lightburn where it doesn't start, it tries to go back to the instance that you have open at the time. This solves that problem. File, New Window opens up a new window. So now the warp and deform we just talked about, and it's just a lot of fun to work with different images and deform them, as you can see in this graphic right here. So I'm going to put a link to this page down below the video, and you'll see over here, these are the other notable additions, all of the changes that have been made, and you people with the galvo lasers are going to want to take a look at this and look at all the bug fixes. So if you've had any of these problems, you'll now see that that particular bug has been addressed. So that's it. Just a quick, simple video today on the new version 1.4 of Lightburn. And I got to tell you that this is a lot of fun, and there are a lot of cool things that you can do. And just real quickly, I wanted to come back to this again and show you that you can even warp offset layers of the text. So let's go ahead and put the text back on the screen, and let's just make it a little bit bigger so you can see this better. I'll get rid of the dogs down here. And with the text selected now, if I offset it and say OK, and then maybe just hold Control and slightly move this to a place where I like it better, like that. And now I can offset this again. So I'll offset it one more time. Now, once I've offset it, it has that layer selected, as you can see. And I can put it wherever I want. So let's get it to right about there and offset it one more time, like that. And now we will move this layer to a different spot. Oh, let's go this way. I'm holding the wrong button. There we go. So now we've got our layers. So let's come back to the Tools menu. Let's select one of these, one layer, like that. Tools, Warp Selection. And actually I wanted to have the Deform selection. So let's come back to the selector, Tools, Deform. Now, with just that one layer selected, I could now move just that one layer and warp it just a little bit and have just the background warp like that. And you see what's happening here, and you may not be able to see it so much with the handles there, but there you go. Now I can group all of this together, group it, come back to Tools and go to Warp and go ahead and warp this out like so, and we have something that we've never been able to create before in Lightburn, which is one layer warping. And that is just going to be so much fun because I just did one layer, but you could warp all of the layers differently and have fun with it. These are just two of the new features. The Galvo, like I said, has a lot more new features in it. This was created for the Galvo laser for compensation, but it's going to be a great tool for us. You don't have to have the Galvo version to be able to use the warp and deform tools. So a quick video today just on Lightburn version 1.4. If you don't have it, get it, because you're going to have a lot of fun with text and with images, warping and deforming them. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video today as much as I enjoyed making it for you. And as always, I thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.